G'day and welcome back to Help I Can't Cook. Today we are tackling rice. Now, you can't say that one rice fits all because it doesn't. In fact, if you were to enter into an argument with various nations that produce rice, everybody would say theirs is the very best. So don't enter into an argument. By all means, don't start a war because short of fact, religion, money, rice will be the third thing you'll start a war over. Personally, I prefer basmati rice. Now, people often freaked out, how do I cook rice? Well, I'll show you. First up, we just use a really simple measuring tool. So we're placing X amount in a mug, tip it into your pot, 2 exact measures of water to every one. Into the pot, turn it on, wait for it to come to boil. In the meantime, let me walk you around this week's products. So my preference is basmati long grain rice. You can find this in a variety of stores. I believe that even the major supermarkets are now storing this. There's enough rice in there to feed you and keep you off the breadline or the starvation line for a very long time. So this is my rice of choice for pretty much all the rice infused dishes that I'm cooking with. Following last week's theme of eggs, obviously we've got some eggs that are left over. So I'm going to use them, and we're going to use all these episodes as building blocks. I've chopped up some chili and some mushrooms, and I also had some leftover bacon from last week's episode. So we're going to figure out a way of using all of these with the rice to create a really simple, yummy dish. So our rice is just gently coming to the boil. What we're going to do is give it a quick stir. Make sure that it is boiling and the temperature's all the way through. And again, as I mentioned, rice, not one rice fits all. I mean, you wouldn't wear football boots with high-vis outfit. Same way you wouldn't use a particular rice for everything in your cooking. But there's 1,000 variables, so let's just do some really simple things. Okay, the rice has actually come to the boil. What I'm doing now is just taking a top for the pot. I'm going to seal it and let it sit. G'day and welcome back to Help I Can't Cook. Okay, so what I've done is I've left the rice with the lid on, unwashed. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, that's it. And this is what it looks like. So, I'm going to set this aside. Get our stove going, bring it up to temperature, and I'm going to use some ingredients that are left over from last week. The bacon, the eggs, add some mushrooms to that process, create 2 meals really quickly without much fuss. So, just waiting for this to come to temperature. Again, some purists would say that you should use an Asian influenced type of oil. Look, everything that I'm cooking has got a bit of a Mediterranean kick because that's my background. In fact, when I remember, being 10 years old, I was watching my grandmother separate, the bad rice, the black rice from the white rice. In today's day and age, we have pretty good quality control mechanisms through around the world, particularly in Australia. So I don't rinse, I just add two lots of water, 2 cups of water to the mix, let the rice boil, do its thing, that's it. Now, fry pan is increasing slightly in terms of temperature. I'm going to add some of our bacon. I really want the liquid and the oils from the bacon to actually dissipate, which will be sucked up by the mushrooms themselves. I'm going to add a little bit of chili to the mix to give it a bit of an Asian-y type oomph, and that's it. So eggs, mushrooms, bacon, chili, chopsticks, plate, eat. Righto. So, again, non-stick fry pan. Use something that won't scratch your fry pan. These fry pans, by the way, are incredible in terms of usage and the things that you can use them for, but just because they are coated with this Teflon type product, they will scratch if you use steel on steel with that particular appliance. Righto. So, spread that around so we get an even form of heat. Now I'm going to add the mushrooms to soak up a little bit of this moisture. You can throw them in, you can do whatever you want. I just thought this was probably a way of getting some of that flavour transfer into the mushroom, and also getting the mushroom to absorb all that liquid that's currently in the fry pan. Righto. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to prepare my eggs, same way as we did last week. So we've got 2 eggs, again, a fork, give it a bit of a stir, really all it is. I tend to add my chili at the very last part of the cooking process. I also don't want to have these mushrooms lose way too much body and too much form and shrivel down into nothingness. Okay, so a little bit of chili. I'm a bit of a chili fan, so in my household, at least, the more the merrier, chili wise. Just going to bring the rice over so that we can see the rice is ready to go. All you do is just scoop out the rice into the centre of the plate. So you get twice the volume as what you started with, which is the brilliant part about rice. A little bit of seasoning. I'm just going to push that out. That'll give and rehydrate all of the elements in there. Now, add the egg. And stir this through. Now the rice is already at a reasonable temperature in the fry pan. Just got a bit of a chili kick up my nose. And as you see that the eggs are cooking all the way through, don't be scared, mind you, to turn the power off. So, because the Scam Pan has got this wonderful thick layer at the base of the actual fry pan, and you could add, frozen peas to this, pretty much whatever takes your fancy. All right. So within a few minutes, and literally with only 2 or 3 ingredients, I'm going to garnish that maybe with a touch of a touch of chili on top, chopsticks, and one's ready to go. That's it. It's simple. So, help me cook. There's a simple thing that we can do. So now we've done 4 dishes in total that are relatively easy to put together and put on a plate. I'll give you a close-up of these in just a second. And there it is. Beautiful rice, mushroom, bacon, egg, and a bit of chili. Hope you enjoy this, and thanks for watching again. Cheers. Thanks for watching this week's episode. Here is a list of all the ingredients that we used. If you have any ideas or you'd like any questions answered, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to film them quickly. Also, it would be tremendous if you could subscribe and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching today. Next week we're going to try pasta. Pasta is also pretty difficult to do generally, but it shouldn't be that way. It should be easy. So stay tuned, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.